Hey guys, I'm CinnamonToastKen.
And I'm Buff Pro.
And we got a lot to talk about today. TwitchCon was just recently happened, and that was just a whole dumpster fire. One of the most popular streamers, Imaru, was sexually assaulted. Hassan and CollarGate to talk about. We got how Chris Hansen may have to sit down and have a war with Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch. Just, whoo!
Man.
So many of you may know that TwitchCon is a place where fans can get together and have an opportunity to go see their favorite streamer. They can go see them walking on the floor, take pictures, stream themselves they go so that they can like hang out with their buddies and have a good time, go party, do some meet and greets. And several Twitch streamers have spoken out about Twitch previously to this past TwitchCon about how they felt uncomfortable with security measures and didn't want to attend. To which the internet kind of blasted them and made fun of them for it. For like, oh yeah, you don't want to go? What are you scared is going to happen to you? And so then we get to TwitchCon, where one of maybe the biggest female streamer on the platform, Imaru, was going to do a meet and greet that she was required to do because she had a show. And so when you want to do a show or something at TwitchCon, usually they make you do a meet and greet because that's how they sell tickets, is so that you can go meet your favorite streamer. And so as she's getting ready to do it, this clip happened.
Whoa.
Wow.
So the story is that this guy walked past like several of these little, well, I don't know what they're called, like the roped off areas.
Yeah.
Past security, past all these people, walked straight up to her, grabbed her, and tried to kiss all over her. And then apparently also took her pin. Like
And stole her pin?
Right, yeah. So,
Dang.
so he can like smell it later.
Yeah.
Imaru, and like, I don't know.
I have her DNA. I will clone her now.
The shape, it would be super. Who knows? And when this happened, immediately it was all over the internet. And probably this Twitch employee here that's just standing there, bamboozled, don't even know what's going on. This dude's like grabbing a hold of her. Security comes from like behind back here, jumps out, pushes the guy away, and then the guy walks off.
The guy just walks off?
Yeah.
To go enjoy the rest of his time?
God, there's a lot to say about this. Let me just...
To just continue to go party with your friends. Like, yo, bro, I did it. I took my shot.
I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. I asked them, what are they going to do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
Exactly.
Wow.
So you go up and assault someone, and you get banned for 30 days.
Wow. He can't chat on his username or stream for 30 days.
The reports, even like Twitch talked about how they got him and they banned him from the venue and all this, but no charges were pressed. And apparently, according to...
So he just went home.
I doubt it. He probably sat outside and waited.
Oh, God. Yeah, you're probably right. That's even worse.
So...
Oh, jeez.
Actually, now that you say that, there's a clip that someone got about the guy leaving. This comes from another stream, but yeah, this is outside the venue, and right there leaving, walking out. There he goes.
Just walking out on his own accord.
Yeah, heading out. I don't know what the timeline is. I don't know when this was taken. If it was the same, I guess it's the same day because they had the same clothes. I assume it's after that happened because he's leaving.
Yeah.
Right? So the story goes is that the guy walked away. So, okay, the guy, the security that was there that pushed her away apparently was her security that she had hired. And whenever like your security, they have to secure you. Like they can't just like go after the guy.
Yeah.
Is the way they're supposed to do it. But previously, I think it was a couple of years ago, Imaru had like her like bodyguard of choice. I can't even talk. Who there was someone following him around. They asked the guy to quit. He didn't, and they got him. They got him and held him until authorities got there.
Yeah.
And because they did that, Twitch banned him from ever being able to attend again.
The guy or the bodyguard?
The bodyguard.
What about the guy?
I guess they press charges. I don't know. Like I don't.
Oh my God!
As far as my knowledge goes about that story.
So because they held the man until authorities came, so that's why they just let this man leave.
I think so.
That's trash.
It seems like security-wise, they're more worried about like catching a lawsuit for stopping someone from doing something illegal than they are stopping one of their top streamers being assaulted in front of all the fans that are lined up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's insane. Crazy. It's actually insane. And so, yeah, Twitch said they did all this, and apparently nothing was going to happen to the guy until Imru's manager, like, pressed the situation. And then, like, she made a whole statement about it. Yeah, so Imru made, like, a big tweet about it. And, like, yesterday, a man who assaulted me was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon and even in front of another creator's meet and greet and grab me and my face and try to kiss me. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to. And, of course, you know, it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, like there's like a little clip of him like flipping something and like, oh, is that a knife? It looks like it's the marker she was using. Like that's what it looks like, but I don't know for sure. And so the question is like, how could this be allowed to happen?
I was gonna say, was that dude beside her like an interviewer or something?
Oh, the guy that sat there with her. I don't know for sure. It looked like it's probably someone from. I assumed it's someone from staff. Unless it was like already doing the meet and greet and they're like taking pictures or something. I don't know. I'm not really too sure. But usually whenever you're doing a meet and greet, like staff is nearby in case you like need something. You know, like someone gives you a gift and you hand it off, which is another thing we'll get to because.
Oh no.
Yeah, so like Iron Mouse made a tweet about that actually. It's like they apologized to all the VTuber fans because staff was like taking people's gifts. Like, you know, when people give you something, you can't hold it all while you're like meeting people.
Yeah.
So they take it for you. But apparently they threw everything away. They threw all the gifts away.
What?
Yeah, like they didn't like put it aside and like to give it to them later. They just chunked it all.
Wow.
And so
that's like, insane, dude. Why? What is the? Wow.
And so yeah, back to Imru. Apparently there were like 3 or 4 other security or TwitchCon security staff in the area. They didn't react to the guy walking up or walking away. The woman who is walking away with her in the clip is her personal manager. That was checking on her and friends. Apparently, like no one from the staff even like checked on her to see how she was doing.
That's insane too.
Yeah. So like she says down there, so if no one was checking if I was okay or if I need anything, and they let the guy walk away initially, I have no idea what anyone hired to keep the event safe was doing.
Yeah, right? No kidding. Especially with her being one of the biggest creators, you would think they're there to, you know. I mean, if a bunch of us Joe Schmo guys walked up there, you know, it'd be different. But when you got one of the biggest people on the platform there, you would assume that that's at least where the security would be.
Yeah, well, you know, it's the craziest thing is because TwitchCon needs creators to go. Like that's the draw. Like that's why it exists. And I get so upset about this whole thing is because like Twitch isn't what it used to be. I know several of the people who worked on the beginning of TwitchCon and like the life and soul of it, right?
Yeah.
Like all those people are gone. Whenever Amazon took over, like a lot of like the core quality people left. There's still some people there, but they're just not able to like get things done like they used to be able to do.
Right.
And so it just feels like very soulless and like nobody like really cares that much. And so you need these content creators to go, but if they don't feel safe while they're there, they're not going to go. So TwitchCon is just like, it's just killing itself.
Right.
And it doesn't make any sense. And the money that's made, like the fans buying tickets, the booths, like whenever they buy space, like the video games and all the people that are there, like that's where the money's coming from. But if the content creators aren't there, there's not going to be people there, and then the vendors aren't going to be there, and it's over with. It just like I got a story that I told whenever the last time me and Felix, PewDiePie, we went to PAX. We went together, and when we drove up, we were greeted by a PAX representative, and there were 3 like big old bodyguards there. These weren't like the I'm on my off day as a police officer. These are like the huge like VIP bouncer dudes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I walked up and
Gym bros.
I was like, I feel small. And they didn't hire him for me, but like obviously we told them that Felix was coming, and so they're like, oh, well, that's going to be a high profile content creator there. That's probably going to cause some security issues. We should probably take appropriate measures and make sure everything goes smooth, which it did. And they even like extended the service to me and Mary. Like I think they just hired like this private firm so that they had security they could dish out to when they needed to certain people.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right?
And that's what you should do, I think.
Yeah, and it was a good call. It like worked out. Like I said, like we got stopped and we signed things, but like whenever we needed to move, we moved.
Yeah.
Like,
Right away.
it wasn't even, like, they weren't even aggressive or anything. They just like did like a really quality job of just like keeping like a perimeter and like keeping everything, like they didn't let people crowd around.
Yeah.
It was great. And so I'm just really surprised that Twitch doesn't provide anything like that. And even like, it's not all doom and gloom. Like there's a lot of people that had a great time at Twitch. There's a lot of people that said they noticed like a lot more cops and security there, but when it matters the most is when it fails, right?
Yeah.
And so it sucks that it happened to her. It really does. And you may be wondering, like, hey, what did the CEO, old Dan Clancy, have to say about any of this?
Uh-oh.
Boom, baby!
Oh!
Slamming creators on the heads. That's what he's out there doing. Out there partying as he does.
Why is he always around like women who are like a fraction of his age?
Funny you mentioned that. There's actually another clip that popped up about old Dan hanging out with people a little young for him, maybe.
Show me Dan Clancy again.
No.
Tell Dan Clancy we said what's.
There's no way. Wait, Dan Clancy, do you know who I am? Wait, let me ask. That's literally him. Wait, Dan.
FaceTiming, hanging out with some young creators at TwitchCon, and old Dan, he's I don't know, about 60-something years old. I don't know if he actually does anything at Twitch other than just show up to cons and parties all the time.
Right.
And other people's content. He's more like a mascot at this point.
Okay.
Than anything else. But some people also asked him about the incident with Emeru, and he had some words.
I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there.
So that clip popped up on the same day, and people were like, so it's up to her to ban this dude from her community so he doesn't show up in person to assault you? It's the streamer's responsibility.
It's her fault.
Yeah.
Because he was allowed to be probably one of her 30,000 chat people. Jeez. Well, what do you expect from the CEO of Twitch? When he's always ripping the Roblox.
Yeah, so old Dan's come under fire here lately about mismanagement of Twitch and all that. It's always a bad look when you're looking at it and these things are happening, and then like you're like, hey, what's CEO guy got going on? And he's like just out there just partying and having a good time, right? And then whenever he's asked about it, or like I think the next day he did he sat on stage and let people ask him questions, and it was just the same like corporate blab that you always get, right?
Yeah.
Twitch also made a statement publicly talking about the safety and security of all these TwitchCons, their highest priority. Behavior displayed is highly upsetting and unacceptable. They talk about how law enforcement and security were on site and responded to the incident, and they immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises and banned him indefinitely from Twitch, both online and in personal events. And they increased security at the meet and greet checkpoint, and they got community noted. And it said Twitch originally allowed an assailant to walk away and only apprehended him and escorted him out when they were pressed to do so by Emery's manager. And I don't know, man. It's freaking sad. And then you got the clip of like I said, I don't know if it's actually after it happened or if it just happens to be early in the day or something.
Right.
The guy
Dude's
just like
walking out by his own accord,
What it looks like at a glance is just a bunch of like, ooh, we need to smooth. Ooh, let's make quick. We need a statement that we like handle this at the best of our ability. We did everything we could,
and now we're upping it too, just so you guys know.
We definitely didn't like try to hold the guy and press charges or anything, which I have heard that Emeru is going to press charges. But if they ban the dude and like won't let him back in, then they know who he is.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, you got to.
So, I mean, I would 100% press charges. Absolutely. And, that's not the only way Twitch is handling this, though. Apparently, they're also blocking people.
Wow.
Well, look, me and Twitch used to follow each other. We used to be cool, but not anymore because I am highly critical of the platform now because it's just this thing that happened with Emeru could have been prevented for sure. Absolutely, 100%, easily. I worry about things continuously getting worse at TwitchCon, not only because they're not taking obviously appropriate action, but the platform in general is becoming more and more toxic too. It's
Right,
like
right.
feeding into more insanity. Like there's many accounts of people complaining about IRL streamers on the floor, and it's like you have people that have their camera crew, they got lights, they got like 4 people around them, and they're just like running people over. Basically, is what people were talking about. How like they're like it's so awful. Like
That
even other
sounds
content
horrible,
creators
man.
there, yeah, and there's been a call to like ban those type of people from the event itself because it's just so it's so gross.
Imagine being like the light guy for someone just live streaming, just walking around TwitchCon, and you just got to be the light guy who's like bumping people out of the way. Come on, man, move.
Okay, my lighting is right. Yeah.
What a nerd.
But yeah, Amaru called for people to consider not going to Twitch. Co-Carnage, one of the OGs on Twitch here, he's talking about he won't be attending any future TwitchCons without full ban of IRL around the inside of the conventions. And that doesn't even go into the things he had to say about the issues with just Twitch itself. And me and Mary, we've been to TwitchCons before. Like I don't think we've been to a TwitchCon since like 2017, or at least in America. I went to one in Australia this past year because I had a deal that I had to go there to. And
That was TwitchCon.
yeah, Australia's on the people are a little more a little chill there. Like I had I'm sure there's some bad stuff that happened there too. But I got to meet old Dan in person.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
How'd that go?
I don't know. That's kind of
Party with him?
no. I got introduced and I was like, hey.
You weren't young enough, sir. You were probably got the real quick handshake. Like, oh, yeah, nice to meet you. Move.
Yeah. you're not a young female creator. Get on out of here.
Get out of my way.
But no, like that was the last TwitchCon I went to. But the one in America, the last one I went to was in 2017. And me and Mary, we had our own issues while we went. Like we had like weird people and stuff. And it's always been a thing. People have always complained at TwitchCon, especially content creators, about people being too much. Like whether they're fans or not, they like people following you back to your hotel rooms, getting in the same elevator that you do. And it's primarily female streamers and content creators because they're the ones that fall victim to this stuff the most. Like
sure.
If I've had a stalker, I didn't realize it, or if I had some of those clingy people that like want to talk to me for way too long, I'm like, nah, it's fine. But it's just different, right? It's different. So yeah, after we had our issues, we quit going. And since then, like there's been issues with people having their drink spiked. That's been like a thing for a couple of years. There was a picture of it. I don't have it, but it was at the TwitchCon, like Twitch's own party, and they have all these beers. They're just like open in the cups, lined up on the table.
Oh wow, yeah.
So
that's real safe.
Someone's got their the roofie in there, crushed it up and sprinkled on everything.
Here we go. One for you. You get a roofie.
Yeah.
You get a roofie.
So that's the problem. Like it's bad. It's bad.
That's awful.
And so that leads to the question of like, what has happened to Twitch? Like, why is it like it is now? Why is it continuously getting worse? And there's been quite a few accounts pop up of people kind of shedding some light. And before we get to that, actually, apparently they got a sentiment tool like on Twitter during TwitchCon, which is 59% positive and 24% negative. And I guarantee you a very large percent of that positive was people thanking their fans for coming and see them and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm sure.
And now I also see a lot of people that I know that went to TwitchCon, they're taking pictures and they're having a good time. And they said they had a great time. So it's not doom and gloom for everyone, but a majority of them did make note of it just kind of feeling like the vibes were off. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was kind of.
Yeah. See, I don't think that'd be a horrible place for me to go. I don't know.
Even old Scara, League of Legends man himself, had some words about old Dan.
I heard Dan Clancy was out a lot of nights with young girls around him, which whatever, man. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But like, it just felt.
I don't know, man.
So this con felt so fucking weird, man.
Hello, this is Ken from the future. So we've had some recent developments involving the Dan Clancy allegations or rumors. Literally the following day after we made that video, because we record everything ahead of time, Esvon came out and said that it's not true. He was with Dan Clancy in the hotel lobby. They were talking to each other, and Curly Fries Jazz, the girl who was in the clip from Action Man, she just came up and said like, "Hey," and like showed the camera to him, like, "Hey, here's the CEO." And that was it. He goes on to say, like, this is misinformation capitalizing on hate in order to make money off of you, I guess for like the revenue from the clips or something. And then she's also down in the comments too, and she responds, says, "That's completely true." And on the same day, Scara also backtracked his statement that, he's like, "I heard a rumor about Dan Clancy being out with young girls," and, pulled back on that.
My comments about the CEO, Dan Clancy, got clipped, saying that he was out every night with young girls. That was based off of a rumor that I've heard from another person, someone that I trust. But because I feel like it's really easy to dogpile onto people and cause like random hate trains, I feel bad about that.
Everybody kind of did it the same day. So like the cynical point of view is like, oh, everybody must have got that email of being like, "Hey, whoa, hey, pull that back." But I got no reason to not believe Esvon or anybody. And so maybe that's the case. It seems perfectly believable that he was just hanging out. The problem, and the reason it doesn't actually really change anything, like we don't have like this, "haha, I got you" moment, but everyone is so ready to accept. Everyone like was just like, "Yep, I believe it happened." Everyone we've been on the internet long enough to know with the opportunity where that's going to go for the 60-year-old man, and which is unfortunate. I mean, you even got the clip, of Dan Clancy's For You page where he's like flipping through it and it's got like the sexy e-girls. So, maybe if he had like something going on to where, he didn't feel like Elon Musk from Wish, where he's like showing up to be like a mascot all the time, or like people were happy with the policies, or if he felt like he was like doing anything as a CEO other than showing up to parties and like just hanging out and being that guy and just being like, "Hey, I'm cool, kids," maybe it would be a little different, but it's like, that's a problem that they need to be aware of. It's not one that's being created. It's one that already exists, that this thought of Dan being a creep is already out there. So maybe they should make some steps to like fix that or to help it out, Anyway, just wanted to give you guys a little update on that. The con, like I said, most everyone said the con felt weird.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. I saw a post, this is from Devin Nash. He kind of shed some light on like the behind the scenes at Twitch. And I know and agree with what he says here, because I've talked about this before and like what the problem is with Twitch. And as usual, I'm too early. I start complaining about something, but like there's no, like everyone's like, "What are you talking about, Ken? Shut up." So years later, I'm finally validated. But to summarize what he says here is that Twitch is a shadow of what it used to be. It's valued at $46 billion, but even the CEO himself said a couple of years ago that the platform is not making money. Like it's losing money. Oh. And in the grand scheme of things, Twitch is a very, very tiny, tiny part of Amazon.
Oh, for sure.
Like extremely tiny.
Yeah.
And he goes on to say that Twitch is very good at being a showcase for the services like I don't know what it's called, but Amazon like sells the servers so you can like stream and stuff like that. Like Kick probably uses them.
Yeah.
So it's very good for selling that. But as far as the company itself goes, it's apparently not doing well. And so they've become very focused on getting more people to watch no matter what. So Twitch gets a lot of kickback because they treat their top creators differently than they do other ones. Like someone can call someone a name and get banned, whereas like their big people can like literally like call
do no wrong.
People. Yeah, and they get nothing. And the reason is like painfully obvious because there is favoritism because they need it, they gotta have it.
Yeah.
It's like I was talking about IRL streaming earlier about how it's become such a problem. IRL streaming started as a category for Pokemon Go because people were streaming themselves going out and catching the Pokemon. That's where it came from.
Okay.
And the same thing for like when they extended art. That was like people making video game art or doing art cosplay.
Right.
It's always
I remember watching drawings and illustrations.
It's been gaming focused like for forever until new things started, like new people took over, new executives. They started seeing oh, well, there's a lot more people watching this IRL stuff and like people kind of branching out. I think like Ice Poseidon, that's an old name. It's kind of like was one of the pioneers of kind of the toxic reality TV IRL streaming.
Yeah.
And that's what dominates Twitch now. Like most people that people watch are in the IRL. They're going around, they got their camera crew, they're doing whatever. There's still a place for gaming, sure, but it pales in comparison. And so they started chasing the money. Like the hot tub streams, like people were watching it, people were paying. Yeah. And so they were like, okay, well.
That's just if you could fit in a bikini, you put one on and you just have a tiny little pool in the background and have your junk hanging out, man. Like that's all people
tastefully.
Yeah.
And so the balance has become one thing I've critiqued Twitch about is how the ad revenue is their main driver. Now people will say like, oh, you know, sub revenue is where it's at, but ultimately it's really the ads. Ads are always the bulk. That's why YouTube works so well, because Google is an ad company.
Yes.
Right. And so YouTube works like right alongside of it. Amazon is a order fulfillment company, like a reseller.
Yeah.
And so having like a streaming platform kind of doesn't fit very well. So when it comes to ad revenue with Twitch, a lot of larger companies like your Pepsis and your Cokes and your Sesame Streets or whatever, they're not going to touch Twitch because they know what's going on Twitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so Carnage actually had a tweet about this where he was responding to someone asking like, what would he do if he was the CEO of Twitch? And he goes on and says that he would make it about gaming again.
Yeah.
But he also says that you can't anymore. Like the boxes have been opened on Twitch and there's no putting it back in. Like you're not going to like force everyone to go back to gaming on Twitch. You'd have to make a whole other website or something.
True. Yeah.
And so, like I said, when it comes to profitability, this is becoming like more of a talk of me, like behind the scenes, like business talk than it has like anything else. But still, when it comes to profitability, they've been chasing the more of, I won't call it the superficial numbers, but getting more eyes on the platform versus the quality of like ads and things they're able to get. Like half the time, whenever there's an ad that I see on Twitch, it's one that Twitch made themselves. Instead of like the company making their ad to be put on Twitch. Now you get both of them, but like that's usually ones that I see. And so that tells me that they're trying to also get money for the production of it as well.
Yeah.
So, which is a smart
But that's
play.
not going to creators.
Yeah, well, I mean, the top streaming creators are making they're making a killing. Like you can't look at like the top creators and see how much money they make and think that Twitch isn't like profitable. Like a good example, my boy Charlie.
Yeah.
Almost Critical. He made a video where he like showed all the money he's made, and he showed like his Twitch earnings, $55,000 this year, $1,285,000 that year, 4 million. Like I got this.
From 2021 to 24.
Yeah, so that wasn't a whole year. That's like this is the entire like I guess when he started like streaming more or whatever, or how far he could go back.
Okay.
He's made $4 million. He's making $1 million a year, divided up on Twitch. And then you go over to like his YouTube where he's made like $35 million. And I looked at this and I was like, wow, actual like real numbers, because a lot of times, oh, I leaked my earnings. Oh, I made $1 million last month. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
sure you did.
Yeah.
You got your fake thing, but whatever. And so Charlie like talked about his, and like he's mainly a YouTuber. Like YouTuber ad revenue, he just
Farley surpasses.
just beats the brakes
Yeah.
off Twitch. But I mean, it's still making like creators are still making good money if you're at the top. You can still replace your full-time job if you're in the top, I would say like 10% creators, but a majority of what people see on Twitch is like the top like fraction of the 1%.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, like the vast majority of people aren't able to do streaming as a full-time job. Now without like a lot of help from their community. Like when you're a smaller streamer, your subs and all that make up a majority of your earnings, but when you get large enough, ads do start taking over. Like you start getting, I guess, more of the premium ads, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. But yeah, he just goes on and says like he would, Carnage, he would take it back to gaming. Aurelian here, like I've known her for forever. And she was one of the OGs on the like creating TwitchCon, and she's piped up and kind of mirrored what like Koa said about how like it's come, you know, like where a lot of these things came from in gaming on Twitch and where it has gone now to where it's just like toxic clip farming rage bait all the time.
Yeah. It's just, it's almost cringe to watch, you know, but a lot of, and I guess that's why people do tune in, is for the cringe. I don't know.
Now, even DJ Wheat, another OG, he's started speaking up against like the partnership, like the favoritism on Twitch. And it's bad when you got like your old, like, I think there's like original like 150 employees, like when it was Justin TV and went over to Twitch. And
Justin
like,
TV.
And they're just like, bruh. And then again, like I said, there's still good people that work at Twitch. Like Twitch as a whole, it's looking really bad, but there's still like quality people that work there. They're just stuck in like the corporate.
Yeah.
You know, they can't do anything because it's, you know, Amazon's over it now and they're not listening. And
what do you do? What would you do, Ken?
Jeez.
If you were the CEO of Twitch?
Same thing like that Code Carnage said, like how do you fix where it is? Even to play the devil's advocate, the other side of it, a lot of people enjoy what Twitch is now. Like, I mean that's fair. It definitely has more viewership than it ever had. It's just
facts.
It's just it's the content that you have on there is so risky and not brand friendly that the actual like main money maker of ad revenue on the channel is, or the platform is like pushed down so much. I bet TwitchCon loses money every year. That's probably why they can't afford to like hire better security. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, heck, they had freaking Extra Emily. She was on stage, right? They're doing this little mini game.
Really doable. Yeah.
Like she's blowing bubbles, right?
Oh, nice.
Slip, because people have spilled some of the stuff.
All
on
this
there.
stuff, yeah.
Nobody stopped the show, even though she's slipping, right? No one stopped it.
You still have 19 seconds. You're good. You're good.
Bust it.
Oh, and hit her head on the table?
Yeah.
Dang.
They run over. Oh my gosh! After the fact, right? The same. What was her name? Adriana Cheerchick, I think. They had like the foam pit. She like jumped in there like butt first and like broke her spine.
What?
Because it was like that deep. Yeah, it's like Jesus, dude. It's
oh my god.
It is wild. And then talking about like IRL streaming, right? You got like this clip from old Jack Dotrey.
My brother's gay. I kissed two guys at once. How can I be homophobic? You don't know anything. You're just a woman.
You can still be homophobic.
Oh, and what are you? How am I homophobic? I love my brother.
You're not just hear all his slurs.
So what was? Doesn't mean I'm homophobic just because I say I'm homophobic. I'm homophobic.
What was reasonable?
And nothing's gonna happen to me. That's the problem. No, I'm kidding. But listen, like
so yeah, like you know, you got your IRL streamers are going up and just like, you know,
wow,
just like trying to clip farm you. Yeah,
jeez. You could tell this ain't 2001. Hands would have already been thrown just for dude's attitude and walking up with that, the way he's talking. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Now, we all know that old Jack, he goes around with his own security, and his security also creates content for him.
Oh, okay.
Shove people down. I wasn't supposed to be such a big rant about Twitch, but it just drives me insane that like a platform that like Twitch or YouTube literally made a streaming platform, and then even like Kick has come along to like fight against Twitch, and Twitch just seems like destined to just destroy itself.
It just doesn't. Yeah,
it's so frustrating to watch. And then talking about top creators, have you heard about CollarGate at all, Dane?
CollarGate.
Oh.
I've heard tiny bits, only because H3 and this dude apparently used to be close friends, and now they kind of hate each other.
Yeah, they did a podcast before, but yeah, so Hassan and the CollarGate thing happened before TwitchCon, right? And that was still is a whole thing, right? And I'm not going to show you
oh my god!
I'm not going to show you the clips because there's something going on. Like things are being removed, things are being claimed, and so I'm not trying to get this video taken down because they're like, you know, going to ID the content claim like a small clip,
right?
But just from like, how do I even start on this? The Hassan CollarGate thing, if you're not familiar with it, is Hassan streams about political issues. It's become pretty big on, or you know, one of the biggest creators on the Twitch platform. And he has a dog. It's quite an expensive breed. It sits in the background. It's apparently been trained to like sit kind of on its bed or whatever it is behind him. And whenever it gets up, he turns around and looks at it and reaches off screen, and some cases like the dog may jump a little bit, maybe a little yelp, get back on the bed.
Yeah.
And people are like, all right, well, he's using a shot collar, right?
Yeah.
And the amount of like nuh-uh from people has been crazy. Because there's not just like one clip. There's quite a few.
Right.
Yeah. And then it's like it happened and the allegations started coming out. And then he went back and like showed the dog collar as like, say you don't have any prongs, a vibration collar. Someone like turned up the contrast and like looked at it. It's like that. It's been chopped off and there's electrical tape over it.
Wow.
And then like took the model and went and like looked at like the vibration collar of the same one and like matched it up, and it's like, well, like the screen's even different. This is definitely a shot collar. And some people are like, you can't chop those off. You can't. And then some dude was like, and just cut it off. And then the story became that the collar never existed to begin with. And
what?
Another streamer, what is it? Is it Cutie Cinderella? I think. She was like, I went to his house like after this happened and checked and like looked at the collar and said that like what'd she say? I don't remember exactly what she said, but she confirmed that it existed, right?
Okay.
And,
yeah.
And it's like,
of course.
What was it? What's her freaking name? She's a porn star, or she should be Sasha Grey.
Yeah.
She went on there and she was streaming and she was like, no, it didn't happen. And people like sent her the clip of like what I was just talking about, how like the it exists, or I think the prongs are even cut off. I think she said that too. And then she's like, I don't want to see that. And then she started claiming those clips because it just made her look so bad.
Wow.
And so like all these people are stepping up to bat to be like, nuh-uh. And then just it's odd.
That is crazy.
I guess I don't know. And then all these memes have come from it too. Like some dude made a whole song about it.
Shot my dog, I can't stand.
Got a whole thing.
Shock my dog, I can't stop.
Outrage, fatality.
No.
Amaranth and her husband are at TwitchCon cosplaying as Hassan the dog.
Don't move too much. Just stop. Stop.
This AI thing right here. The dog getting him back. Zap, zap.
Yeah, zap him back.
There's an email apparently from the company that makes the alleged shock collar that says it like, yeah, it looks like someone cut the contact points off and put tape over the rough edges. And the guy Kick made a TikTok ad.
Oh, no.
It probably got removed from animal cruelty. This vet here, he had a reaction to it. It's been removed. And then a clip of Hassan popped up about, he was like drinking and talked about like sex the human is like the best thing ever, whatever. And people are like, why is he being specific about
the human part?
Right.
Yeah, what?
And so what it seems it has become is more of a, like the worst case scenario is him like admitting to it. And, it's been interesting to see because a lot of like the people that watch him are also going out and defending him and be like, no, like you're wrong. Like there'll probably be like people, like especially if he like looks through this and sees it, those will be people like in the comment section be like, Ken, you suck, say all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm like, it is wild. It is wild. Another wild thing, the last thing we'll talk about is Dr. Disrespect showed back up.
Oh, great.
Yeah. He made a tweet the other day that it blew my mind that said, remember when the Rolling Stone magazine Washington Post articles tried to cancel me after a fired ex-Twitch employee leaked Twitch's reason for banning me in 2020, which the reason was that he admitted to messaging someone underage.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then he goes on to brag. It's like, we doubled our viewership. The most paid content creator for Battlefield 6 on YouTube last Friday. These fat, depressed, anime profile liberal idiots are so freaking mad, and I love it. Still the best in the business, in the best real community, which it got noted. The reason Twitch banned Dr. Spix is because he inappropriately messaged an underage girl, which he admitted to in a now deleted tweet. He knew about her age.
Yeah.
Which the whole defense of that has been like, how old was she? 16 or 17? I forget now. I think it may have been 17, and it's like, well, it's legal in some states, and they're not pressing charges, and she's actually okay with it because she was a fan, so it's okay. I didn't say anything bad to her actually, and everyone's like,
stop messaging underage women.
I don't even know if anyone was even talking about it, so I'm glad he brought it back up.
Girls, yeah,
I'm glad he brought it back up because then we can all be reminded of like what all went down.
Yeah, and how much he literally doesn't care or have any remorse. He's, He's like, hey man, check out my numbers. I don't care about being canceled.
Like this is the original tweet that's been deleted and also got edited. I remember when this happened. Like down here at the bottom, it's like, were there Twitch Whisper messaging with individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. And it goes on to like, you know, and then they edited this to remove the word minor like 10 minutes afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, why is everyone against me? This is crazy. Why did all these people turn their back on me? They're not real ones. And so he's like, went, as you do in this situation, you go like right-wing grifter as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And I guess he's still out there, still doing his thing. But it was just wild to me that he brought it back up. And then I was like bragging, like
with all the stuff happening in Twitch, you know, like everyone's just gonna overlook it too, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, everything's getting overlooked anyway, so none of it actually matters.
Right.
Except the one dude getting a 30-day ban. You take that.
And that is the dump on content creator news that's happened in just the past week. Boy, it's wild out there. Man, some dude comes up and tries to kiss me in the mouth. You better watch out. I might kiss him back.
Yeah, I didn't have to smell my breath at that point. Take that.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. So those are my friends. I love you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.